Hi, hello, what's up? My name is Steph, and this is going to be my video assignment for Unit 2 in 3U functions. This is going to be our combining transformations assignment. So the base function I've chosen for this assignment is y equals root x, and the final function we will end up at is y equals 2 root negative x minus 7 plus 3. Let's get started. I have my two graphs right here. This is going to be what we're working on. This is going to be our final product. Let's get started with our base of y equals root x. We will start at 0, 0. And this function will have to go through 1, 1. And it will be in a shape like this. So this is going to be our first function that we're plotting. Now on to our second one. It's going to be y equals 2 root x, adding that 2, meaning we're adding a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. So it will still be at 0, 0, but instead of going through 1, 1, our function will now go through 2, 2, and be a little bit higher than our original function. So being the one right above this original function is going to be y equals 2 root x. Now we're taking away 7 from this root x. So our function will now be y equals 2 root x minus 7. Now this minus 7 is a little bit of trickery. Seeing a negative sign, you would think we would have to go in the negative direction, or maybe negative vertically, but this is a horizontal change. So this will be a horizontal translation in the positive direction, meaning our new base will be 7, 0, 7 on the x-axis and 0 on the y-axis, and we will have the same vertical stretch by a factor of 2. So as we sketch this out, it's going to be our newest function right here. This is going to be y equals 2 root x minus 7. So now we're almost there, we're working. Now we have y equals 2 root x minus 7. Now we're gonna add 3. Now this plus 3 is not much trickery at all like the 7. We're gonna go up 3 in the vertical direction. So our new base will be 7 and 3. So 7 on the x and then 3 on the y. And we will have to follow the same vertical stretch by a factor of 2 as we sketch it out. So our newest function will go right here. Last but not least, there is a negative sign before the x, meaning there will be a reflection on the y. There will be a reflection on the y-axis. So our function will get flipped to the other side of the y, and it will be facing the other way as well. So now I will find negative 7 and negative 3, which is right here. And it will still have the same vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Right here. Let me just redraw that one. I'm not the best artist, but it will do. So the final function will be plotted around right here, with its base being negative 7 and negative 3. And it is y equals 2 root negative x minus 7 plus 3. Now that is our final function. As I'm plotting that, we will have to eventually find the domain and the range for this function. So I'll plot that right now on my good copy. Vertical stretch is right there, and we are good. All right, now on to the domain and range. The domain for this function, well, first of all, the domain is going to be representative of what is going on the x. So as we can look and as we can see on the x-axis here, on the x-axis, this function will never be less than negative 7 because of the minus 7, and because of the reflection on the y-axis, it will never be less than negative 7. So our domain is going to be, so I write it out here. Our domain is going to be x. Our domain will be x is greater or equal to -7. And for our range, will be now the range is reflective of the y-axis, and on the y, every single plot that will go on this function will be a greater number or equal to -3. So no, sorry, it will be 3. It will just be 3. My fault. It will be 3. It will just be 3. So all the numbers that we can plot on this function will be above 3. There will be not a single point where the function passed through where it will be below 3. So we write it as such. And we write it as the range being y is greater or equal to 3. And that is going to be all from me for today. That is my video project for combining transformations. Thank you for watching.